The lingering patron. They had orders running up the ticket machines. There was a line out the door, and they were short-staffed. Jose had called out sick, and it was just Georgia and two other employees running the cafe in the middle of Brandywine district of West Magnolia town. They were celebrating Father's Day, Juneteenth, and Pride all in one weekend with a major sale on rainbow mugs. 86 the ham, Georgia yelled from the kitchen. 86 the ham, Peter yelled from the register as he crossed it out online as unavailable. Oh, we're also out of biscuits, she yelled as bacon and eggs and croissants and biscuits sizzled and toasted, crowding the small grill which made Georgia sweat bullets. 86 biscuits, Peter yelled back as he went to cross out biscuits from the list. Excuse me, sir, a customer asked him. 86 biscuits. That sure is a lot of biscuits. Oh no, Peter laughed. It means we're out of biscuits. The customer grunted and muttered under her breath something Peter could not hear above the loud cafe, and they left the line frustrated at the news. Runner, Georgia yelled. Rochelle came from dish to run the food out to table 14. It took her 7 minutes because they chose to sit outside at the furthest table in the 101 degrees Fahrenheit sunshine. One of the two gentlemen was twirling the number sign around in his hands, which made it hard for Rochelle to identify table 14. They ordered 2 hot melted cheese biscuit and egg sandwiches with a side of soup each. It was a miracle she didn't drop it all during her search to serve them. Rochelle went back to help Georgia push out the final rushes of the evening. Then the two separated to close their stations as Peter mopped, counted inventory, and the register. Can someone get the umbrellas? He asked the two women as he went into the office to do paperwork. Georgia was almost finished, so she took a break outside the patio to gather up the umbrellas. The far table had still been sitting in the hot, sweltering sun for what had to be an hour. They should be done by now, Georgia thought. She went over to ask them if they needed any to-go boxes and to inform them that the cafe had been closed for 20 minutes. There was no answer, just a shaken head by one of the two gentlemen. Between the two were chess pieces on a checkered board made of walnut and ash. Checkmate, one said to the shorter one, as Georgia grabbed the umbrella around her game. 'Tis not, my dear friend, a checkmate, the shorter one said behind his mustache and glasses as he proved his point with a singular move of his bishop. But it's I, yes me, who gets to say checkmate. Georgia walked away as the two argued over who won and figured soon they would be gone. An hour passed by as Peter finished his counting and went to help Rochelle put up clean dishes as she scrubbed the dish area down and shut off the machine. Georgia sliced some sourdough and lined some serving baskets for the next day, and the three left the building. But as they left and locked the door, a grisly scene appeared before them. The taller chess player with a clean shave and a unibrow was found stabbed to death and bleeding out on top of the wooden table. The 3 cafe employees had to stay and wait for the cops. They went inside the building during their wait and brewed some iced coffee. I was really looking forward to going home, Rochelle said. I had a party to prepare for, and now I'm going to be up all night making preparations. She twirled around a finger in her curly red hair as she drank her coffee from a straw. We're to wait until the authorities say we're good to go. Not like any of us have any information, Peter said. Well, actually, Georgia began. Then I can go home and make dinner for my family who is waiting patiently. Peter sighed. When I got the umbrellas, I heard them, Georgia began again. She was halfway through her cup of iced coffee. I gotta do the drapes. I gotta buy some watermelons and cantaloupe. Oh, the store might be closed by the time we get out of here, Rochelle explained. When Peter responded, "Oh, I'm sure we'll get out in time. None of us saw anything, and, well, that's it. I've been trying to tell y'all this whole time." Georgia slammed her drink on the counter. A small drop of it landed on her nose. She wiped it off with her apron and added, "When I got the umbrellas, I witnessed them verbally agitated and arguing. But that's it. It'll be a short and sweet police interview, and you can go make your party plans, and you can go home to your families, and I can go feed my cat." Georgia stormed off to go to the bathroom. She didn't really need to use it, but she was tired and frustrated at being interrupted and ignored. Besides, she wanted to wash her face and redo her makeup before going to the bookstore if she could make it before they closed. She grabbed her iced coffee and filled it up again and began to make her way to the bathroom. Peter and Rochelle were still grumbling and complaining over some cookies and coffee as the evening swept on by. They heard her enter the bathroom code, and that's when the cops showed up with the forensic team to do their investigation. Peter'd offer everyone free iced coffee. Peter and Rochelle told them everything they knew, and that Georgia knew better as to what they looked like and possibly why the two gentlemen were arguing. Georgia should be out of the bathroom any time now. Peter went to go knock on the bathroom door. There was no answer. A cop asked him if he had a key. The mid-30s cafe manager responded yes, he did have one. He reluctantly pulled it out and handed it to the cop after Georgia had been in there for 35 minutes. "Georgia, please answer or open up. We just want to talk about the murder victim." There was still no answer. "Okay," the cop added. "We're going to open the door in 10 seconds. 10? Nothing. Just dead silence. 9? Peter walked away to see Rochelle complaining about her party interruptions to an investigator. 8? Peter kept a good distance from the two cops now standing at the bathroom door. "I hear something," the second cop said to the first. They opened the door and found a short man struggling to climb into the air conditioner ducts which traveled through the ceiling of the bathroom. They hauled the mustached man out to the van as forensic teams flooded the bathroom area where Georgia laid with her throat cut wide open. Peter caught a glimpse of the whole scene, which brought tears to his eyes and feelings of terror. For there had been a message scribbled on the white bathroom tile wall. The message was in blood. "Checkmate," it read. Peter and Rochelle didn't complain much after that. In fact, they were very quiet the rest of the night.